If you're serious about becoming a much more profitable trader, either Seeking Alpha or TradingView might seem like an obvious bet, but that's where some traders go wrong. After thoroughly testing both, I uncovered some features that could supercharge your portfolio and some flaws that might quietly hold you back. So, which one really gives you the edge? Well, I spent countless hours testing trading tools to help you avoid costly mistakes, so let's dive into Seeking Alpha versus TradingView. All right, let's get straight to the point in this Seeking Alpha versus TradingView debate. They might seem similar on the surface, but they're built for completely different types of traders. And understanding that difference is key to choosing the right one. Seeking Alpha is like having a team of research analysts working for you. It's built for deep, fundamental analysis. The core of the platform is its vast library of news, analysis, and data driven tools like Quant Ratings. It's designed for investors who want to understand the why behind a stock's move, not just the when. The focus is on long term wealth building, due diligence, and making informed decisions based on company health. But that's what I have to say about it, but don't just take my word for it. When I looked into what other long term investors are saying, their feedback matches my experience as well. One investor with over 5 decades of experience shared that using Seeking Alpha's tools had been a revelation for him. He said that it produced consistent results that he'd never achieved before and highlighted the responsive technical support. So, yeah, this isn't just about finding a hot stock tip. It's about building a respectable, repeatable, and successful process that isn't subject to random swings and losing all of your money at once, so that you can get used to doing this in the long term. Now, TradingView is a different beast altogether. It's the undisputed king of charting and technical analysis, so different style, different type of trader. Its interface is clean, it's visual, and it's incredibly social. You can draw trend lines, you can use thousands of community built indicators, and you can watch ideas play out in real time. It's fantastic for spotting chart patterns and executing fast trades. I saw this sentiment echoed in other pro traders' discussions as well. I came across this trader who said that the platform completely transformed how he analyzed markets. He loved the charting tools, the vibrant community, and the ability to view strategies from other traders. The responsiveness and layout made him feel like he was in control. But when it comes to the deep fundamental research and long term portfolio management that Seeking Alpha offers, I think TradingView is just not built for that. So, if you're an investor who makes decisions based on company financials, valuation, long term trends, stuff like that, Seeking Alpha is designed for you. TradingView fits better for active traders who live on charts and make decisions based on more immediate technical patterns and real time price action. It's great if you're a day trader or a swing trader who needs to move fast and get information fast. So, now that we know the core differences, let's look at what you're actually getting from each platform. I tested each major tool, and the split became even clearer. One platform is for deep research, the other is for fast charting. So let's start with Seeking Alpha. The standout feature of Seeking Alpha for me is the Quant Ratings. This is the centralized, objective, data driven system that grades every stock in their system. So, this is a system that looks at value, growth, profitability, momentum, and earnings revisions. And they have this equation that they use to give different stocks different scores. So, I use this as my first filter. It just gives you an idea of what Seeking Alpha thinks of the stock. Instead of getting swayed by like a single bullish article, and instead of making decisions purely on an individual piece of data, for this, I get an unemotional, data backed starting point, and then I can add from there. It quickly shows me the strongest candidates in any sector, and then I do more research to confirm what I'm being told. Then there's Alpha Picks. This service sends you two top buy and hold stock picks every single month based on that powerful quantitative research that they do. So they do a ton of research, they do all this math, and then they give you just two per month. So they're really nailing down exactly which ones they prefer over any other stocks based on their research. So you also get sell alerts when the ratings shift, which can help you stay disciplined. And if they tell you that they think it should be this and they think it should be that, again, it's still up to you whether to follow it, but it is based on a lot of data and expert opinion. So I've tracked these picks, and the transparency and the performance are actually really impressive. But it's not just about chasing trends, it's about building a portfolio that consistently beats the market based on everything that actually has good numbers, good statistics, valuable in the long term, will stick around, has a good income. So They know all that goes into an individual stock or ETF, and they'll only recommend just the best, and it's up to you to decide if you want to invest in them. Another tool I use weekly is the ETF screener. So this helps you look for and pinpoint the market's best ETFs for your specific strategy. So whether you want high yield, high dividend yield, you want a low volatility, or maybe exposure to a specific industry, or you want international ETFs, or you want to mix and match different criteria, you can use this tool to cut through all the noise and find exactly what ETF you want. And for a quick AI-powered overview, the virtual analyst reports are really fantastic. They give you a concise summary of any quant-rated stock, including a company description and competitor analysis. Basically, all it does is use the information that's already on the site about the stock, and it narrativizes it for you. It gives you a little bit of a summary so you don't have to explore through the entire thing and all the news articles and everything. It's like having a research assistant prepare a briefing for you before you dive into the deep end. All right, now let's talk about security, because linking your brokerage account to a platform can feel risky if you're not sure of it and you're using it for the first time. So, Seeking Alpha uses Plaid and Snaptrade, which are two of the most trusted financial data aggregators in the world. Your credentials are encrypted from end to end. At no point does Seeking Alpha actually see or store your login details, so it's as secure as the technology behind most major banks. And another underrated feature that I found incredibly useful is the portfolio integration. You can link your Fidelity account and you can view all of your holdings in one dashboard. So when I tried it, I loved how it synced my holdings all automatically, and it showed me my daily performance, it showed me my dividend history and personalized alerts, all without juggling between different apps and not finding what I wanted. And the user experience and the feedback that I saw really confirms the experience that I had while using it. I came across this review of a trader who said that he uses Seeking Alpha pretty much every day to track his investments, to read news, and to check ratings from Wall Street analysts. He mentioned that following analyst Stephen Kress's quant ratings helped him build a strong, profitable portfolio. All right, next, TradingView's features are a bit different, so let's get into them and describe them one by one. So TradingView's crown jewel is their Pine script. This is a programming language that lets you build your own custom indicators and strategies. This lets you pretty much customize it to as precisely as you want. The community here has published over 150,000 scripts, so even if you don't want to write an entire code, like you're just starting out, you don't want to learn the language, you can choose from any one of these tens to hundreds of thousands of scripts, and it'll do probably what you want it to do. But if you're a coder or a tinkerer who just loves to build everything from scratch and precisely how you want it, it is an incredible playground and gives you a lot of opportunity and a lot of choice. But for the investor who just wants to research and invest and not deal with learning how to program, yeah, it can feel a bit technical, it can feel a bit difficult to learn. Their approach to backtesting is also very different. TradingView officially states that they prefer manual backtesting. So their system lets you replay the market candle by candle to see how your strategy would have performed. It is a valuable skill that teaches discipline, but it is also incredibly time consuming. It's not the automated, data driven analysis that you get with Seeking Alpha's quant system. A feature I do appreciate in TradingView is the ability to really easily connect your broker. So you can execute trades directly from the charts, and having analysis and execution in one place is super convenient for active traders. And again, many user feedback comments back this up. There was this Reddit thread where a beginner trader asked if a TradingView subscription was worth it, and I saw this one user give really a perfect summary. He simply said, "Yes, it's 100% worth it." And he added that a professional carpenter doesn't use a dull saw, and a professional trader shouldn't use inferior tools. He praised the alarms, the visualization, and backtesting tools, confirming that for active technical trading, its charts are top tier, and there's a lot of supporters. But of course, no matter how many people like these programs, no matter how good their tools are, no platform is going to be perfect. So to make the best choice in this TradingView versus Seeking Alpha decision, you need to be aware of their downsides. I've used both and I've seen the feedback, so let's talk about some of the trade-offs. For Seeking Alpha, I saw one reviewer point out that while the data is first rate, the performance of the website and the apps can sometimes feel a little bit slow or clunky, with some features enhancements poorly implemented. So there's some glitches here, some slowness, and I've noticed it occasionally, but Honestly, I think it's the price you pay for having so much real data processed all at once and all this information coming at once. And that also might depend on your internet speed. And they have also been rolling out updates that make the experience smoother with each release. So I'm not sure if that's necessarily something that recurs too often, but it is something to note. Now, with TradingView, the biggest issues that I found were around stability, especially on mobile. One user reported that the app can glitch with watch lists loading but charts failing to appear, and he noted that it wasn't due to a poor network that time. So, from experience, this is also just like a common issue that happens across cloud based apps. It is annoying and it shouldn't happen with these kinds of apps, but for refreshing, it just fixes it pretty easily. Still, that can be frustrating in fast-moving markets. Just refresh, it'll fix it. But like, yeah, if you miss something, that's not good. So it is something to know about these apps, and especially when you're trying to catch a quick trade, it can get in the way. All right, now when it comes to pricing, both platforms sit in a pretty reasonable range for what they offer, so Seeking Alpha leans slightly toward the premium side, but you are getting top tier insights, analyst backed recommendations, and AI tools that can genuinely improve your results and speed you up much faster. TradingView offers really flexible plans too, including a free tier, which is great if you just want to test the basics and you're not sure about going up from there. So make sure to check the links in the description for their latest pricing plans and any available discount or promo deals. I'll keep them all updated so that you don't miss out any active discount deals and that you can save the most amount of money. So after all of that testing, here's my honest take. If you want deep research, actionable insights, and professional analysis that helps you make smarter long-term investments, Seeking Alpha is the better choice. But if you live and breathe technical charts and coding and fast setups, TradingView is an amazing, excellent tool for that. So check the links in the description to explore any current discounts or special offers.